Members of the committee, thank you. Well, first of all, I want to state that this law will not directly affect me. I'm divorced, I have 2 kids, and I've shared 50-50 with my children since 2013. By the way, the kids are doing great. They do adapt to going back and forth between multiple houses, and the great thing is they have 2 support systems. So at last count, we have 54 studies that show that shared parenting is best for children. And by the way, that stretches of all ages from infants to adults, and that is even for high conflict. The state of Kentucky enacted a shared parenting law, and what they saw was an improvement in all of the vital statistics for children and families, including lower rates of domestic violence. So the great thing about shared parenting is that it starts the divorce at a lower conflict level, and that's important because conflict is what is traumatic for children. Currently in our state, we have a race to the courthouse. Imagine if football games were like this. You'd have 2 teams, and the first team to show up at the stadium gets to start at the 10-yard line. Nobody would watch that game. That starts a lot of conflict in our courts, and it's something that our children and families don't need. Shared parenting reduces conflict, and that is good for kids. But we've been down this road before. 2 years ago, we tried to get a shared parenting law passed, and the House Judicial Committee did a study on this. They have a report, and in that report, they basically came to the conclusion that the law is not being applied consistently throughout the state. In other words, the judges need more training. Unfortunately, that report didn't go anywhere, and this committee, nor any member of the judiciary, has tried to educate these judges and give them the information they need to protect the children in our state. I did an open records request and asked the Office of Judicial Administration if they had ever heard from this committee or any member of the judiciary. They have not. So we've known about this problem for at least 2 years now. And if you notice the written testimony that the National Parents Organization turned in, we had, I think the last count was 87 written testimonies. We have overwhelming support for this bill. So in summary, I'd like to state that this law will reduce conflict in our children's and family courts. The time for change is now to lower the conflict and divorce in this state, and this bill does just that. And I ask that you pass this bill onto the floor for a vote, and I'll stand for questions at the appropriate time. Thank you.